Hey y'all, I'm Kelly Hay Smith, and this is the Social Takeoff podcast. This is where travel advisors come for marketing advice that actually makes sense. Not trends, not noise, just real, clear thinking, strong perspective, and building a business that actually works for you. Let's get ready for takeoff. Hey y'all, January 1, episode 2. This is our reset trilogy. I don't know what we're calling this. I'm sure that I'll get a good name for it afterwards, and I won't have used that name, but that's fine. This is reset episode number 2. Y'all, here's what you need to know by this, okay? When people come to me and tell me they have no idea what to post on a day-to-day basis, that their biggest hang up in marketing is they don't know what content to create, what I actually find is it's one of two things and sometimes both. Number one, they aren't sure of what their business goals are. They haven't really clearly defined that, and so they can't market, or they don't know how to market towards those goals. And number two, it's not a lack of content ideas, it's too many content ideas because you are in overconsumption mode. You are consuming too much content, and that is a direct driver of overwhelm and paralysis, because you see so many things that it becomes you lose all clarity because you can't be clear when you are over consuming. So here's what I find. We're going to talk mostly about the overconsumption and comparing piece today, or in this episode, but here's what I find. When you consume too much, the more you consume, the more you compare yourself. This agent is doing this. Should I be doing that? This agent is doing that. Should I be doing that? Well, they use this trend this way. I should do that, and I should do this because that's what all these people are telling me to do. But no, they're not really telling me to do that. What they're really telling me to do is this is what they're doing. And I'm not talking about how it works in my business. I'm just looking at how it works in their business. If it works for their business, it should work for my business. And we go down this scroll hole of losing ourselves, because the more we create from a point of consumption, the more we imitate. It is fine to be inspired by things, but I have had a long, hard, fast rule for the entire time I have been working in content creation, and that is I don't consume and create at the same time. If something, and that's one of the things that I really love about the new Reels Edits app. The new Reels Edits app the new Edits app by Instagram, the Edits app by Meta, the Instagram Edits app that you make Reels on, Lord help. I really love it. I love the sticky note feature that they did, because what I do is when I need to be inspired and I need to see what's happening out there, I do scroll. And then when something piques my interest or inspires me, I make a sticky note on it. And then I can go back and just look at the sticky notes and not actually at the reels. And I love that. I also will save audio and not reels. And that way I am not copying the reel that's being performed, but I am simply I'm using the audio and reminding myself what my inspiration was with the sticky note. And I really love that. That's one of the features that I really love about it. But the comparison trap is a joy killer. Comparison is the thief of all joy. When we compare ourselves to someone else, we are, number one, we don't know the inner workings of their business, right? I don't know, did they have a strong social media following beforehand? Have they put in 10 years of work on this social media? Like, we don't know their story. You're comparing yourself to somebody else's middle, and you're not in the same place they are. Your business doesn't look like theirs. You can be inspired by them, but trying to imitate what they're doing won't work because your business isn't the same. And so when we do this overconsumption, we lose ourselves in our marketing because we are trying to, the old Dr. Seuss quote, today you are you, that is truer than true. There is no one else who is youer than you. You have to be the best version of you that you can be, and being overconsumption of content makes you want to be the version of somebody else. And that just won't work. The other thing that overconsumption does is it creates reactive style marketing, right? I like that post that they did. I'm going to create that. Ooh, there's a Reels trend. I should create that. They talked about the promotion. This person's talking about the promotion. Should I talk about the promotion? That's not really on my business goals this month, but I mean, maybe I should talk about it because they're talking about it. And if they're talking about it, no, but I'm really talking fast today. I'm so sorry. But this reactive style marketing of seeing what other people are doing and then doing that too, whether it's what they're posting about, whether it's what their promotions or the vendors or the reel or the type of carousel, anything like that. When we react to what other people are doing, we aren't building our business because our business can't be reactive. We have to be proactive. What is it that we want and how do we create? Now, we can be reactive in the way that, things change to an extent. This is why I say when we can marry the algorithms and the trends and, we can marry the algorithms and the trends and, the things that are happening with our business. That's no longer reactionary. We create our plan, we create our content structure, we create our business goals, and we build marketing that supports those business goals. And then we look at the reactionary pieces by looking at our metrics. What hits most with our audience? What type of content do they like? What hooks make them save? And I am testing so many things behind the scenes y'all don't even understand. But what makes them stop their scroll? What makes them hit the follow button? What makes them book a trip? When a client, do I see an uptick when I do certain things in my marketing, both on social media and in other forms of marketing? I can utilize those pieces. I can maybe see exactly what a behavior of a new client is. What happened? Did they, no matter how they found out about me, maybe they got a referral, but then from the referral, they looked me up on social media or they Googled me and they went to my website. Is there a certain pages that they visit? And then they visit my social media. Did they follow my social media? Did they download my lead magnet? Did they get on my email list? What are their patterns of behavior? I can play to that in my marketing. That piece of reactionary, but I'm not reacting in the moment. I am analyzing data. I'm analyzing the things that I know and moving forward. I am not just saying, I'm not reacting to someone else's business and then creating marketing to what they're doing in their business. I am focused solely on my business and only reacting on my metrics and my numbers. And that sets that apart from anything else. When you have this reactionary marketing, especially with with overconsumption, when you're consuming content and you're like, did they post this? Then I should post this. Or they're talking about this. Should I talk about this? When you do those things, your marketing looks very scattered because there's no clear thought process. You're just reacting to other people. There's no clear direction or purpose. And our purpose with marketing is always leading to a conversion, right? Either new eyes or nurturing people who have found me here or making sure that someone who hears about me through a referral, when they come to look me up on social media, they now are getting a really good sense of who I am, what I do, and how I think. If I'm reacting and I'm using other people, I'm imitating other people, they're not getting that picture of me. And that becomes purposeless in your business because this business is tied to relationships. They need to know who you are and how you think and how you make decisions and how you guide them. And if you are reacting with other people, you're losing all of that. But reacting actually makes us feel productive, right? Busy is productive. If I'm reacting to everything, I'm busy all the time. I'm always creating content. So I feel like I'm getting something done. When the truth is, productive marketing doesn't have to be doing something all the time. Strong, good, productive marketing is planned, created, scheduled, and consistent in a structured way. It is not chaotic. And when your marketing's chaotic because it's coming from every which way, you don't feel as productive because you're not having to do something all the time. You're not as busy. But productive and busy are not synonymous. They're not the same thing. And you don't need to be busy in your marketing. And reactionary marketing, it's just this busy topic. You're always having to come up with something new because you're keeping up with the Joneses. But productive marketing is really just planned. It's taking a goal and saying, this is how this marketing piece supports this goal, and I created, and it's done, and it's out there, and it stands on itself, and it's evergreen. And I don't have to constantly be doing something new. When you react instead of proact, is that right? I mean, when you're reactive instead of proactive is right, but is react and proact? I don't know that proact is a word. Sorry. Missed me. I'm sure you missed me. Your reactive marketing steals your strategy, your clarity, and your long-term success, because you can't build long-term initiatives with short-term highs. Like, you get this short-term high if there's a bunch of views, if there's a bunch of likes, if there's a bunch of comments, but it doesn't do anything to the long term. The long term is building this evergreen feed marketing funnel that supports your business over time. And when you just react, you lose all of that. And the other piece that you lose is yourself, your message, your goals, your brand. And I don't mean your logo and your colors. I mean your brand voice, your brand personality, how you show up in this world, how you connect to potential clients. If it's not you, if you're reacting to what somebody else does instead of actually tying this back to you, you've lost that. And long term, you'll lose the ability to convert people. And that's I think the biggest hang up I have with the way that marketing is being taught in our industry is we want people to convert people to clients, but we're teaching them to market like influencers for views. And they're two different pieces. So I want you to think of your marketing through a filter. It's really not complicated, but I want you to give yourself permission to ask, does this sound like me? Does this support my business goals? Which business goal does this support? Does this match my brand right now? Is this on brand for me personally? Is it a sound that's on brand? Is the idea on brand? Again, we're not talking about fonts and colors and logos. We're talking about your personal brand, right? If you are not a Taylor Swift fan in any way, shape, or form, you don't listen to her music, you don't follow her on pulp culture, but then you turn around and use her engagement as a meme in your business, that's not on brand for you. I, my friend, am surrounded. It's a Taylor Swift Christmas tree, albums, everywhere in here. Signed picture. Like, all of this is Taylor, right? It makes sense for me to use Taylor in my marketing. It's personal brand. I love it. Make sure it feels like who you are, that it connects to your business. It's really important to do that. If it doesn't, if the answer to any of those questions is no, don't do it. Don't talk about it. Don't post it. Don't do it. It's really important for you to stay onto that. Use that filter. Ask those questions. And the first shift won't be more leads, okay? That's the thing that I also think is really frustrating for people about marketing is, number one, it's slow. We want instant gratification. We want to know the answer right now. We want to have the people right now. We want all of these things, but that's the problem. We aren't going to have that because that's not how social media and marketing work. We are building solid ground foundation moving forward. We are building something that we will stand on for years to come. And in order to do that, you have got to build it now. We can't just react. We can't be searching for views. We can't look for vanity metrics. We've got to build the thing that matches what our business goals, what we want for our business, and then build upon that. So if you are constantly reacting, remember, this is our 3-episode arc of resets. If you are constantly reacting to social media trends, what other people are doing, and you're not thinking about how this works in your business, I want you to really take some time today to journal out goals. What you want for your business, what your business goals are and what those filters will be like in your marketing moving forward. And also, how are you going to curb your overconsumption problem? How are you going to kind of say, these are going to be my boundaries? Steal my rule. I'm not going to consume and create at the same time. How are you going to set some guardrails for yourself so that you can be inspired by things without feeling like you're imitating people and losing yourself? All right. If you've made it this far, there's only one more episode in this 3-pack of resetting for the new year. So I'll see you at the next one. If this episode helped you think differently, that's the whole point. You can find more support inside Wanderlust Campus or come hang out with me on Instagram. Thanks for spending time with me. I'll see y'all next week.